Greetings from Oakland, California. Today is Saturday, August 10th, 2024. It is 1:25 p.m. Pacific Time. We're at the San Francisco Bay Ferry, waiting for the next ferry, which will be departing in about 10 minutes, I think. I'm not 100% positive right now on how to deal with purchasing the fare. Right now I have loaded like $5 onto the Clipper account, which I think is where you get the fare for it. You can see, I think that's the ferry approaching right now in the distance. So we'll see how this process works. So I think you can have a physical card too. In my particular case, I have the Clipper attached to my Google Wallet, and I can just recently added $5, even though it says $4.70 for a trip. You can see when I went to the website, you've got the weekend Saturday schedule departing Oakland 1:35 p.m. Should get to San Francisco at 2 o'clock p.m. So that would be a 25-minute ride, and that's where it says the fares effective July 1st, 2024, $4.70. All right. Line is starting to move up.
The truth is, yeah, I could retire right now.
You see over there on the left, you've got the ferry lawn. There is a ferry observation deck up there, but not sure if there's really anything in there. And then you can have some seats by the water. Wonder if there's ever a capacity limit to this ferry. I mean, obviously there would be some capacity limit, but I mean, I wonder if it ever reaches it.
Somebody told me you can use a card once you get up there. But they said you don't have to go with they up and down there.
Okay, so I have it up here. Looks like we're going to be tapping this at one of those Clipper machines up there. We'll see how easily it does it.
Can I speak to him? No, listen. Nobody but Chris. That's not gonna get it. No, I don't even want to ride it. That's disrespectful. To pay what I'm doing.
Okay, travel okay. I think it did it. I don't know, it's weird because it deducted like $10, but that may be a temporary thing because it says balance is negative 460. but it said okay on the reading. So we'll see when we get up there. Alright, so I'm on the second level of the boat now. Sort of standing in the shade, but on the edge, waiting to depart. Gotta make sure I hook my battery pack up to last if it's going to be a 25-minute ride. Although some of that might account for the boarding process, because technically we're already like 6 minutes into when this would be arriving or departing. We'll see. Looks like we're starting to depart. That would be the Oakland area that way, if I'm not mistaken. Meaning behind us. San Francisco would be across the way. I mean, we're technically surrounded by Oakland in both directions, but I'm trying to figure out where the downtown Oakland portion is. Oh. So it looks like we're driving that direction. See if there's a view on the front. I'm not sure if there's a front portion that is visible.
En la segunda cubierta hay una zona de refugio en la parte trasera con una escalera que baja a la zona de refugio de la cubierta principal. Con ingresos y con la ubicación de esas salidas y los equipos de evacuación.
Yeah, it looks like you just get that part. So we'll go ahead and go back upstairs. I want to do a quick walk around the actual boat. I mean, you could be on the lower level as well. A little bar and snack thing too.
Los niños deben ir acompañados de un adulto en todo momento. O usar cigarrillos. Pase de pago.
on Google Maps, we departed from the ferry, that blue dot right there, or blue square, and we're heading through the water here, and it's going to connect over here to the ferry building, I believe, in downtown San Francisco. Ferry charges, why it charged $9.60 is there's like zones. Zone 3 is Vallejo. We were in the Oakland, which is zone 1. We're going to we'll see. I'm assuming we're going also into another zone 1, unless it ends up being zone 2. So I think once you scan in, it'll probably finalize the price, but it just takes the maximum initially. See the big tail. And you can easily relax. There's enough, even with all the people that came out, there's enough seating inside, but I wanted to be outside for the view, even though we're getting the backside view. You still get some side action here. And if you were sitting on the end, you could look out toward the left a little bit. All those shipping containers. It's funny, as you see a lot of TV shows make use of those during action scenes. over there on that little island. Again to get out of that wind. I'm sure just blowing feedback into the camera. Hopefully we can do a little bit of videos after this in downtown San Francisco. Shot of the bridge, maybe, or something else. Maybe the Bay Bridge. I think way in the background that might be Alcatraz. Initially thinking of like, oh, maybe there's a way I could take a bicycle over the Bay Bridge to get to San Francisco, because I saw there was a trail near the start of the bridge. But when I plugged it in on Google Maps, it was taking me way around, like not even close to the Bay Bridge. And I did more digging, and it looks like the bicycle path that they built for the Bay Bridge only goes part way, so you can't completely go to San Francisco on it yet. In the future they might work on that. port of San Francisco. That's the building I'm thinking of. There's this real old footage that someone colorized and preserved from like probably like 100 years ago or so. And they come down that street heading toward the port. So not from this way, obviously, since we're in the water, but the opposite direction. And it's just like pretty cool to watch it. It's got a lot of views. All right, so let's. Let's try to start making our way down. I don't know if you can exit this way. They've got a rope up.
Now we can't go to the bathroom. Yeah, but we can check it.
And you can see you can bring your bicycles on board. Got a big bike rack up front here. So I assume that I'm going to scan the Clipper app upon exiting now.
She's very, very smart. She's really had a super hard time since her dad died. All kinds of stuff.
Alright, so I've got the Clipper app open again. Let's see what it says when I scan it. Alright, so it refunded me my 30 cents. There you go. So it was indeed $4.70. So it takes that kind of like authorization charge in case you don't tap out. So definitely remember to tap in and tap out.
There's way more grandiose.
Alright, so I'm going to do a different video just exploring some of San Francisco. But if you enjoyed this little first time guide on how to take the ferry from Oakland to San Francisco, and this could apply to taking it otherwise, I'm sure it's similar if you're boarding at San Francisco and going to like Oakland or a different location, but feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and We will see you next time.